Then we got the co-main event. We got Brendan Allen taking on Krzysztof Jotko. Brendan Allen is a BJJ black belt. He's got solid low kicks, solid takedowns, and much improved striking overall. He moved to Sanford MMA a few camps ago now. I think he's almost about 2 years he's been there. And you can see those improvements, right? Historically, his game plan was grappling. He was a grapple-first kind of guy. He'd get the takedown, he'd be tough on top, and he'd work from there. But at some point in the last year and a half, he turned into a striker, and he's had some mixed results, right? He's coming off that win over Jacob Malkoun, but he gave up 7 takedowns and 7 minutes of control time. He did win a few scrambles on the ground, but overall, he seemed to make some pretty poor decisions in that fight. Krzysztof Jotko has fantastic speed and is very athletic. He's got good takedown defense and very high volume output. He typically looks to dance around the outside and sort of tough up his opponents, rough them up, touch and go. Jotko's got solid takedown defense at 83%, and even if he is taken down, he's got good enough takedown submission defense to survive. He's coming off that dominant win over Gerald Meerschaert, where he actually doubled the strikes, and he got 4 of his own takedowns. I like Jotko here, right? Brendan Allen fancies himself as a striker lately, and if he comes into this fight with that strike-first game plan, he's going to be picked apart. Jotko's faster, cleaner, and he's got just a better overall striking technique. If he gets shot on, he should be able to defend, and then, although unlikely, I think he can get his own takedowns as well. I do like Brendan Allen, like as a fighter, and we've picked him a few times in the past, but if you look at his last 3 fights, it's not as great as the record will tell you, right? First of all, Chris Curtis knocked him out. Fine. Chris Curtis has done that a few times. Sam Alvey, that is a win, but Sam Alvey gave him a lot of trouble in that first round. More trouble than he should have in that first round. And then in his last fight, I think Jacob Malkoun won that fight. So Brendan Allen, while he's 2-1 in his last 3, hasn't been the best performances, but if he's prepared, if he ties in his wrestling, right? If he strike, wrestle, then he can absolutely win this fight because Brendan Allen's a very talented guy, but we just have not seen him tie his striking and his wrestling together well since the Carl Robertson fight. He's either only striking or only wrestling. We have not seen him work both of them together and as an MMA fighter should. So I got to go with Jotko here for the pick. I'm pretty, I'm a 3 out of 5 as far as confidence is concerned because Brendan Allen could show up, intertwining his wrestling and his striking, but he just hasn't in a while. So Krzysztof Jotko, because of the technical striking and the dancing, should get this done.